to the commentary version of Deep Feral 5. I want to start off by saying that the purpose of this version is to help out the other feral druids out there, give them a few tips, and help them with some general strategies. So we're going to start off with 2v2s. My partner for the majority of the matches I play is Truekilla, a rogue. The main advantage that we have in this team is double stealth and heavy burst damage to low armor targets. We also have a decent amount of crowd control, which helps in a lot of situations. We've got a few disadvantages as well. With both of us dealing physical damage, that means our damage output is very limited on heavy armor targets, as well as being vulnerable to kiting. So our first match that we're going to show here is Warrior Paladin. This is one of the worst matchups we can have, and I'm hoping this clip will show why. So our general strategy here is to get on the warrior. I load up a few dots with Pounce and Rip, and then I feral charge the first heal I can. After that, Truekilla just stays on the warrior, does as much damage as I can while I try to interrupt every single one of the paladin's heals. So you can see here, the first thing that screws up is Hammer of Justice. I can't interrupt a heal. Luckily, Truekilla does a nice blind, and we stay in the game a bit longer. Second problem here, Divine Shield. How we counter that is I try to Cyclone the warrior, which blocks all the healers to him. Oftentimes they'll get one heal off, and we just have to deal with it. So here I go, chasing around the paladin, trying to block all of his heals. He tries to line of sight me, but he screws up, so he pays for it. Cyclone some more. Blessing Protection, the next problem. Cyclone that, he won't be able to do anything. So you'll see me switching around my Cyclone a lot to stop all the heals possible. And in this case, the warrior doesn't reflect anything, and we get the kill. Generally this doesn't happen. There's too many things that can go wrong here. Intercept stuns, mace stuns, resists, spell reflex, all that stuff can screw us up and we can lose the match. So the next matchup we have here is my partner as Bakator, warrior, and we're going up against Zex and Secretive, rogue resto druid combo. So what I'm trying to show here is how much an advantage warriors have against rogue teams. I basically start off on Zex, do a little bit of damage, and then try the same thing, just interrupting heals, keeping the healer busy. The difference here is it's hard to interrupt a druid's heals, but it doesn't matter because warriors just do so much more damage to rogues than rogues can do to warriors. So if you're watching Zex's health bar, saying it's not really going up, and there's not much the healer can do about it. I even made a few mistakes in this match, as well as having some randomness not in my favor. You can see that first Cyclone got resisted. Right here I get Cycloned, and what I should have done here is stealthed right after it fades, and just gone for the Pounce. Could have even followed it up with a Maim, and that would have blocked heals for a good 10 seconds. But it wasn't really needed, because warriors just beat the crap out of rogues. So the last match we have here for 2v2s is against a Warlock Paladin team. This team composition is pretty popular for 2v2s, for a good reason. Warlocks just do an incredible amount of damage, and Paladins just heal forever. So we're going to start this off same way we start off a lot of fights, is just putting a lot of heavy damage on a squishy target. Problem with this is Paladin can hit Blessing of Protection right there. So Cyclone that, and we're both taking a lot of damage from dots. So I switch to my healing weapon here, and I start loading up on those health over time spells. Now you can see here that with my healing weapon on, my life blooms are ticking for almost 400, which is enough to counteract the Warlock's damage, and even heal us a little bit. So now I'm getting on the Fellow Hunter in hopes to try to take it out, but I'm in line of sight of the Paladin and he's just healing it up. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on some more hots. See if we can get that Paladin distracted so we can get that Fellow Hunter down. So now the Paladin's pretty busy with the Warlock since the Warlock's pretty low. And we're gonna take that opportunity to try to take out the pet. goes down. Warlock has Soul Link, so I can bring out another one. And we're going to try to take that one out right away. Move it out of line of sight. The Warlock is a little preoccupied right now, so he doesn't notice what I'm doing. Otherwise he'd bring the pet back to him, where the paladin could heal it. Fortunately he doesn't, so he loses his pet. And he can't bring out another one, so he's going to be taking 20% more damage. He's going to be doing less damage himself. He's going to be losing a lot of his utility, as well as allowing me to run off and drink when I need to. So we're both topped off, or close to it, so I go in for some more damage. And we are starting to put a lot of damage since he's lost his Soul Link. We almost get him down here, but I get death coiled, and my mana is really low, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to interrupt paladin heal, and then run off to try to drink. So I start drinking, but I can't drink for very long because those dots are still working, and true kill's pretty low. So I'm going to throw a few more hots, going to get away from the paladin that's been trying to follow us, and I'm going to go try to drink again. Now here I make a mistake in that I'm not watching the paladin's health. Right here he's like 20% maybe, and he's taking more damage from Blessing of Sacrifice. If I had targeted him, I would have seen that, and I could have just killed him right then and there. But it doesn't matter, because now both the Warlock and the Paladin are very low on health, and we just gotta finish them off. So that does it for 2v2s. The next section of this video is 3v3s. Our 3v3 team is the same as our 2s, except we have Resto Shaman Crash to give us those offensive dispels and heals. We have similar strengths and weaknesses with this 3v3 team, in that, you know, we still are all physical damage, so we do a lot of burst to low armor targets, but we still have problems with warrior teams. The first matchup here is a pretty popular group composition for 3s. It's Holy Priest, Frost Mage, and Rogue. So the plan here is just to get on the Priest right away and take him out while we still have all our cooldowns, while we can get away from the Rogue and just hopefully take him out before one of us takes too much damage. So right here, the Rogue is on me, so I'm taking them out of line of sight of the Mage so that they can't put too much damage on me. Then War Stomp Cyclone gets trinketed out right away, but it doesn't matter because I now have a lead on him and he can't catch up. So the Priest goes down and the match is over. I go to my healing weapon and try to make sure nobody dies while the Priest's Spirit of Redemption is up. Doing damage isn't going to be very effective because he can just heal through it. True Kill takes out the Rogue, and the match is over. This has a great start here.